Hey everybody, this is iLad and we're back for another episode of Red Panda Skylines. In today's episode, we're going to look at a little problem that the Panhaven city government has been sort of quietly thinking about, not really broadcasting its thoughts or intentions. And we're going to see if we can solve it. Alright, so what the Panhaven City Council has been thinking about is the fact that land values in Panhaven proper are, well, you see how they are. It's not great. Meanwhile, over here in Washington Park, land values are somewhat higher. The new campus or college-oriented developments have been exploding in value. And all that tax revenue is getting the Panhaven City Council thinking, how can we take advantage of a similar growth in land value? And so they've thought it through, and they've come to a decision that Panhaven just needs to expand. It's got all this money rolling in from the agriculture industry, and yet it still looks like a crappy little town. So why not do something about that? So here's the idea. Panhaven is going to expand up past the industrial district. It's going to build a nice collector, possibly even an arterial. It's going to come up into this area right here. We're going to build some new housing developments, some subdivisions, and some wall-to-wall housing apartments. And that's going to give a lot of the Panhaven population a place to move, while the land here in this part of town is bought up by the city before property values increase. And then they can freely use their new land acquisition to expand into higher density urban development. All of this combined with a focus on building new city services and amenities such as parks is going to really drive up the overall value of the land in the greater Panhaven area, if you want to call it that. I'm not sure that any area around a town this size should be called greater, but yeah. And they're going to do all this again with the capital that comes in through Lilac Farms, which is based in Panhaven. If it were not for that, probably Washington Park or some of these new developments over in this area might be taking advantage of that money instead. But Lilac started in Panhaven, and Panhaven is going to leverage that income to the best of its ability. So let's get started laying out the new neighborhoods and housing developments over in this area right here. Alright, so we've got a basic layout here. As you can see, as always, I'm avoiding the grid pattern that I have sworn not to incorporate into this city build. Let me go ahead and run some utilities out through here. And we can go ahead and plan for some pedestrian access as well. Alright, so with pedestrian access and a little bit of fencing added to control zoning, our next step is to go ahead and start placing in city services. And I'm going to go ahead and pause the game here so that I don't have a million unpowered, unwatered, well, unpowered at least, notifications flashing at me while I plan all this out. For starters, we do need school access over here. As always, our school availability has dropped down into the pits. So we're going to... I've planned this area out right here for a nice big campus. It's going to be unified campus, just like we had the last time that I made a big deal about adding some educational facilities. Actually, oh, that is all off. I'm going to try to get this right up on this. Yeah, we'll have to close it off right there. Then I'll add in some pedestrian access if it'll let me. To connect right there. Very good. Now for this, we're gonna go ahead and put in a, well, I don't know, that high capacity building is so big. Started to say we're gonna put in a high capacity set of schools, but actually no, I don't think that is what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and just grab one of these smaller high school buildings. Let's see, we'll push that as close down. I'm gonna leave room for a fence in right there. And then we will fund an elementary school that sort of matches it somewhat visually. Yeah, that's nice. How does a community school look? Let's go find that. Community school actually is not a bad match for it, and it'll cover a wider geographic area. So even with a lower capacity, I think that'll do us nicely right there. Step into our parklands. I'm actually going to want a climbing frame next to this this elementary school. Unfortunately, I haven't unlocked it yet because I haven't built any of the park life parks yet. So that's very unfortunate. I'm going to remedy that. That is what I had planned for this area right here. And we're actually going to go ahead. We're going to snake this across. And we're going to cover some of this territory with that as well. And it's going to be two halves of the same park. And of course, let's remove the actual elementary school from that. Good. And I might even put in an extension of the park. It's going to be more of a park system. Go ahead and fit that in right through here. Right? Go back to our parkland area, grab a small park main gate. We are going to charge a fee to use this park temporarily. Thank you. Let's do a side gate now. We will turn that fee off once we have successfully sort of gotten the park up to at least 3 or 4 stars. I don't necessarily need it at 5 stars just yet. Park Plaza. Go ahead and stick right there. Also going to put in side gates over here. And sure, right here. And it really and truly, this is not about controlling access. It's about making sure that I can level up these parks in a timely manner. Now, I know that you saw what stupid thing I just did. I want you to pretend with me that I never actually did it. I'm not that dumb. I might be that dumb. I guess we'll stick the side gate right there. That makes me very unhappy. And then get this one as close to opposite as possible. And then for the sake of making this look like it's more or less straight, is that going to work? Yeah, that's going to work well enough. I will live with that. All right. Now we've got our plaza in place. For security reasons, I really didn't want a very I didn't want the athletics facilities to be loaded directly onto the public thoroughfare there. But I don't know if I can squeeze this side road in. I don't think I can. Oh, this is unfortunate. Let me see. Let me see what I can do here. All right, rethinking a little bit of this here. I think, unfortunately, the sanctity of school campuses is something that we kind of have to take seriously in our culture these days. And that is deeply unfortunate. But that doesn't change the reality of the situation. So what I'm actually going to do, looking at my options here, I'm going to break up that loop that was coming back to the high school. I'm going to do more to separate the high school campus. Let me get angle on at least here. And road guidelines as well. Actually, turn those off for a sec. Angle and road guidelines. There. And we are going to do as much to preserve the one entrance, one exit, easily secured school campus as we reasonably can. Delete this segment. There, just like that. Cool. And the reason why I'm taking this so seriously is because this facility is going to be serving a large area. Now, the park gate that I had right here is obviously going to be moved somewhere more like this. And we're going to extend. Oops. That out to there. That out to right there. All right, we'll get some parking added back here for the high school. Get some sports fields put in. And, of course, a child health center as part of the complex. All right. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this. Let me add in just a bit more parking, since we do have some extra sports facilities going on back here. And I'm actually, for the first time, I'm going to use some of the pre-made parking assets from the content creator pack. I believe this is from, I want to say this is from the mid-century modern. And I'm just going to have this running. Ooh, I can't put it where I thought I could put it. Yeah, I'm just going to have this running up next to the gym. May actually extend the road access. Well, I faced it the wrong way, but it's okay. We'll run a pedestrian path in between. And not sweat it too much. Sweet. Now, that looks like a school facility, if you ask me. Let me just... Oh, I can't connect those. Frustration. Oops. How's that? It's not ideal, but it'll do. And because I am who I am, I ended up adding a large main gate to this park right here. So, you know, it is what it is. Great. And we will make sure that this is able to access all parts of the city by including a small bus station. Right about there. We are going to add a dedicated school bus route specifically to get kids to and from that new school facility. By the way, I adjusted the roads slightly on that school campus. I didn't see it. You didn't see it. It's adjusted. Nobody saw it. Just saying. All right, so we're calling that Panhaven Comprehensive Schools. We're going with the actual school bus model. And we're going to go ahead and name this neighborhood, as it were, Panhaven Comprehensive Schools. And the last bus route that we're going to bother running is actually just going to be a connector from that compact bus terminal to this one. Nice and easy. Let's see, just toss in some more small parks, dog parks, that sort of thing. All right, cool. Got a couple of districts I need to draw here. This is going to be a wall-to-wall residential development. It's not going to be a pedestrian area. Roberts Hancock Row. I don't know. And that's just named after the two streets that it's centered around. And I am actually a little curious to see what happens when that wall-to-wall specialization is applied to light residential, because honestly, I don't even know. So I'm going to add some of that in as well. All right, we're just going to pretty much fill all this space with residential. Oh, not inside the park, though. And let's see how it develops. Man, the the building level upgrades are intense, aren't they? Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make this a road with trees. Kind of cordon off some of the noise from that bus station. It's not going to make a very big impact. Maybe it'll help a little bit. Probably I'm going to end up moving that bus station farther back off the road at some point. School's in session. Man, yeah, I definitely need more schools around here, though. Population's increasing. That's wonderful. Now let's see what the wall-to-wall looks like with light residential. It's still there. It's very much still there. So I guess they're just like smaller apartment buildings, or maybe it doesn't matter. They do look smaller to me, but maybe that's just me. Let's see. I'm actually going to rezone this as commercial. Oh, and this too. And this. Let me see what that does. I think the light commercial is not going to generate so much noise, so I think we're going to be okay there. Okay, guys, so we are rapidly approaching the milestone that I'm looking for, which is population 18,000. Once we have that, it's going to unlock crematories, I believe, which is a relief since our cemeteries are 70% full. It's going to unlock a new map tile, which I already pretty well know where I'm going to expand. And, oh dear, somebody died playing basketball. Tennis, my bad. And it's going to do a number of other really cool things for us, I believe. So, as soon as we hit that 18,000 mark, we are going to call this episode complete. And in the next episode, we're going to be going through and buying up some of the low-value land through central Panhaven. And there we are. We are a big city. Congratulations. Yes, so we're getting a new map tile. We are getting liberal arts college campus area. Not that we need it and won't need it for a long time. We are getting Water treatment plant, that's excellent because we're going to need to replace where we're just dumping our sewage out into open water. We're going to get a crematorium. I was right about that. We're going to get some new transit options, large water tower. It's going to be great. We're going to have a really nice time expanding and improving Panhaven. So I hope you are going to join me on this journey. I want to thank you for your attention so far. And if you enjoyed what you've seen, I hope you will journey on down to the subscribe button and make sure to show up again for the next one. Thank you guys so much. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.